So now that we've kind of mixed that all together, see it looks just like brown sugar. It just kind of is a little lighter, which is totally fine because it's going to taste just the same. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the recipe for these cookies. And so we're still using the Trim Healthy. It's called Trim Healthy Mama. It's a different type of recipe and different products that we can use. So we're going to use that recipe. Found it on Pinterest. It's a really good recipe. So what we're going to do is we've got our KitchenAid mixer here with the bowl, and we're going to put everything in this. So they don't have you measure out any dry and wet ingredients. You're actually just going to put it all together, just a big hodgepodge of ingredients. So the first thing I want to do is I want to soften my butter. So I'm going to have my 2 sticks here that we need in a bowl. So then what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to kind of unwrap this and stick it in here. And you can use any kind of stick butter. It's totally up to you if you're vegan or vegetarian or anything like that. Just kind of pick one and go with it. Make sure you wash your hands very, very thoroughly before this. I did, but make sure you wash your hands thoroughly because you will be handling ingredients throughout. Like I'm gonna have to be touching this butter and everything, so. Okay, just gonna, if you need to, just gonna switch it down. Put it in the bowl. Come over to your microwave. Stick it in there for about 30 seconds. I'd probably put a paper towel or something over it so it doesn't splash and get all over your nice microwave. Okay, and then just let that go. But I'm gonna wash my hands because my hands are kind of greasy. Now you're just going to kind of continue on with making the recipe. You're going to get your measuring cups out. And what you need is you need 1 cup, you need a 1/4 cup, and you also need 3/4 of a cup. So what I'm going to do is before this video is set up, I pre-set aside my measuring cup. So what I'm going to do is for the first one, I'm going to put in 2 1/4 cups of Trim Healthy Mama baking blend. And so essentially what this is like your base. It's got your flours, it's got all the different things you need in there already pre-mixed, and you just buy it in this wonderful Trim Healthy Mama bag. So the cool thing is it's GMO free, it's gluten free, so it's just set up to be great for you. So I'm going to measure out 2 cups in here. Let's get a little messy, but the dog will love that. Okay, just kind of level it off. Make sure it's a cup. There's 1 cup. One more scoop should do it. Don't be afraid to make a mess. You can totally clean up later. It's fine. Just don't make like a craziness. So there's my 2nd cup. Now I'm going to get my 1/4 cup measuring. And so this should be 2 1/4 cup of the baking blend. Okay. So got that. Okay, so now you're gonna get a teaspoon, which I've also already grabbed. No, I didn't. I lied to you. I'm gonna come to my drawer, get my teaspoon out, and now I need to actually set the oven to preheat, and I need to set it for 375 degrees. Okay, so while that's preheating, I'm going to keep going. So now I need to get the baking soda, which we use Arm & Hammer. I just have it in a cute little mason jar here. So you just need kind of get the chunks out of there. You just need 1 level teaspoon of baking soda. And we need 1 teaspoon of salt. We just use this Morton sea salt. It's easy. Okay. So very, very carefully, I'm going to measure this. Okay. So 1 teaspoon of salt. Then we need 1 cup or 2 sticks of butter softened. Which I'm going to come back over here, get this out of here. As you can see, actually 30 seconds melted it just a little bit. So I'm going to take my spatula here, kind of get all that goodness in there. Now, Paula Deen would probably say we needed more butter, but you know, I think 2 sticks is fine. I'm just going to get all that. Okay. Just going to set it aside for the dishes later. And then after that, you're going to need 3/4 cup of the erythritol. So you're going to come back to this little bag again that we use for the brown sugar. And you're going to find your 3/4 cup. So let's go back over here. Get 3/4 cup. So this one, and then just measure it to 3/4. I know it seems like a lot of sugar substitute, but it's actually really good for you. This stuff doesn't raise blood sugar or affect my celiac disease at all. So it's really awesome because I get to eat all kinds of yummy stuff that I wouldn't normally be able to, depending. Okay. Then you're going to take the 3/4 cup flourless brown sugar that we have here. So just kind of pour it in here. Okay, I'm just kind of patting that down. And I think this stuff actually stays pretty well. So, I mean, you could just kind of put it in a seal-tight container and keep it for a while because, I mean, we used it now. So, got all my ingredients in here. So, now I need 2 eggs. So, I'm going to come over here. Grab those. Put my shells. Actually, that means the oven is done. So I'm going to get some paper towels over here for my eggshells. I don't want those rolling around my counter here. I'm just going to kind of grab that one. Grab that one. And grab that. So now I need 2 cups of the chocolate morsels that they call them. So these are actually Trim Healthy Mama too. They don't raise blood sugar, they don't do anything like that. So measure out 2 cups of these. Perfect, okay. We thought we were going to have to open up another bag, but we are good. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of stick it on this wonderful mixer, lower it down, lock it in place, and kind of start to mix it together. So then it kind of turns into some beautiful, beautiful cookie dough. You can kind of raise the settings as you need it. But I would kind of keep it down. With this particular mixer, it's on a even scale of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I would say probably keep it on like a 2 to a 4. But I would say probably 2 is better. Okay, so I'm going to kind of turn that off. Raise it up a little bit. Get my handy spatula. Smell delicious. Okay. Just gonna get that off of there. Okay. Make sure everything's, I kind of just like to make sure everything's off the side. That way we can kind of run it through the mixer one more good time to make sure it's all mixed together perfectly. So, lock it back in place, turn it back up, and then it just kind of starts to mix, and it's starting to get all nice and not so crumbly. It's starting to get real thick, so it looks really good. Okay, raise it up again, and scrape off again. But it's already looking delicious. I know they tell you not to eat cookie dough because of the eggs and the risk of salmonella, but you know what? If my salad's gonna kill me, might as well let something delicious kill me. So, just scraping that off. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. This is this. So, got our cookie dough. It looks awesome. So now we're gonna come back over here. And we are going to measure out, once I kind of clear everything away, we're going to measure out our cookie dough into our cookies. So we're just going to kind of take a baking sheet. Okay, so we're going to take a baking sheet and we're going to get some foil and put that on the bottom. And even with our foil, I'm going to kind of take a step further and spray on some coconut oil for the non-stick cooking spray. And just kind of spray that. Okay. You don't have to be lenient. You can put as much on there as you want. I just kind of like to put a little layer. So now I'm just going to kind of scrape the sides of my cookie dough, or scrape the sides of my bowl here to get all the cookie dough off of there. Okay. I mean, you can kind of be delicate with it, or you can kind of just go in at it. I mean, if you want them to look circular and everything like that, you can. For this particular one, I'm just going to kind of measure them out and